What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Thursday morning's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. Loads for me to go through over the next few minutes. We're going to be focusing, though, in the main on Liverpool's search for a centre-back reinforcement in this window. One of our links, well, that's gone cold. He's going to be moving to another club, and I'll reveal that and more over the next few minutes. As always, though, we want to know your thoughts, so let us know after you've watched the video in the comment section. Drop a like if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Really want to just remind you guys about this as well. We're going to be doing 2 live stage shows. The last 2 we're going to be doing. We're going to be in Cardiff on August the 2nd at the magnificent Richard Burton Theatre, and then we're going to be in Liverpool on August the 4th at the brand new Hot Water Comedy Club. Tickets are priced at just £15, and both shows are all ages events. If you're going to come to the Liverpool show as well, good news, we're going to be joined on stage by Mr. Carl Porter, comedian extraordinaire and Liverpool fan. He's going to be doing a comedy set, and then we're going to be talking about all things Liverpool as well. You probably remember Carl from the slow motion goal celebration video, one of my personal favourites, and he's a lovely guy as well. So very much looking forward to catching up with him. So we hope to see you at one of those 2 shows. Right, let's talk centre-backs. Liverpool are about to miss out on another name that had been touted as one we're interested in. I am, of course, talking about Riccardo Calafiori, who is going to sign for Arsenal by all accounts. Last night when we were live streaming, news started to break of a breakthrough there in negotiations, and DiMarzio had said that a fee of about 50 million quid has been reported as the number that Arsenal are going to sign him for. They do have an open channel of communication there because of Tomiyasu as well, a previous deal that was done, and they've moved quick to get the job done here, whereas we're still twiddling our thumbs trying to figure out what exactly we want to do and who we're looking to bring in. I know people are going to say, Craig, calm down, there's loads of time in the window, but these names are being ticked off thick and fast, and we are still trying to catch up to Arsenal and Manchester City, both of whom have already dipped their toes in the transfer market now. Calafiori to Arsenal, Savio to Manchester City. We've got to get cracking. So I'm going to try to go through a couple of centre-back options and ask you guys for your thoughts. The first one that I'm going to speak about is Lacroix of Wolfsburg. Fabrizio Romano posted last night to say that he has refused the offer of a new contract there and is looking or moving closer to the exit door. We've been linked with him in the past, and I want to know, do you think, 1, he's good enough, and 2, that there's value to be had there in the rumoured 20-25 million transfer fee? For me, I don't know enough about him to put him at the top of my list, but one name I do have for you, who I think is both reasonable and the right fit, is Marc Guehi of Crystal Palace. We've been linked with Marc Guehi for at least a year. We were looking at him last year. We couldn't get him at a Crystal Palace. This year, it seems as though £65 million will be a number that Crystal Palace will be willing to do business at. It is rather high, but you have to keep a couple of things in your mind. 1, he's homegrown, and you're always going to pay a premium for that. And 2, he's Premier League tried and tested. And of course, since then, he's become even more established on the international stage with England. I think this is a really good idea and a really good signing that we could make, and we could realistically get done. Palace are going to lose some players this summer, and Eze is another name who we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But we have to move quick. We can't hang around. Other options, of course, are the likes of Inacio, who we've spoken about at length, and Diamonde, both of them at Sporting Lisbon. Varying release clauses. Inacio about €60 million, Diamonde about €70 million. But for me, again, neither of them probably the right fit. Other names, Antonio Silva, of course, who we've mentioned before of Benfica, but again, you're talking about €100 million there for his signature. And another name that comes to my mind is somebody who we've been linked to quite a bit, actually, and somebody who's probably far more reasonable is William Pacho. So I don't know all that much about him, but we've been linked to him quite a bit. It looks like he's going to move on, and many of you guys in the comment section have said he's somebody that Liverpool should be looking at. I don't like to talk about players too much that I haven't watched, so that's why I'm so insistent that Marc Guehi is the right solution at centre-back for Liverpool. Also, on top of that, we're going to obviously lose a few players in this window, but the most important thing to remember here is, as I move on now to speak about Nico Williams, and your urge grows to tell me about his wages and why we can't afford it, I'm going to try and stop you in your tracks. Liverpool have been at pains to let us know about the £18.7 million that they've saved by moving the wages of Thiago Alcantara, Joel Matip and Adrien San Miguel off the books. They've all left Liverpool Well, Adrian's still to be confirmed, but looks like he's gone back to Real Betis. So that means we do have a big chunk of wages, just over 17 million quid to play around with. And Nico Williams' wages would be £300,000 a week. So for me, this is a no-brainer. Get the deal done. Yes, maybe it's more wages than we'd like to pay. And yes, maybe some of the other players are going to ask some difficult questions of the club. But that's what you get for putting off the contract renewals of Trent, of Virgil and of Mo. You can't save money that way and then not think that they're going to look around and think, well, we've got the club over a barrel now. So for me, Nico Williams is a world beater. He's tearing it up over there at the Euros. He's done really well for Bilbao. And he has a release clause that is more than reasonable at £45 million. I think we should get that deal done and get it done quickly. The good news for us, there's lots of talk in Spain that we're closing in, but I wonder, is that just because they're about to say, but here comes Barcelona? So take that with a pinch of salt. But another name that I mentioned a little while back on the video is Eze of Crystal Palace. I'd love to say that Liverpool are being strongly linked with a move for him, but realistically, we aren't. Look at the bookies' odds, we're way down the list, and I believe he'll end up at Spurs, who've also already started doing their business by bringing in a prodigious young talent in Archie Gray, somebody who has been spoken about in the same kind of breaths as Musiala, Bellingham, as a potential star to break through. And again, we've let him go to a rival while we sit around twiddling our thumbs. I know I sound sometimes a little bit defeatist and negative, but time is ticking. Clubs are getting their business done and we're already playing catch up. As we speak, a deal started to break of a bit of a weird one this. Flamenco are negotiating the signing of Lucas Paqueta from West Ham on a loan deal. I think we all know why this might be. I'm not really going to speak about it at length in this video, but it's a strange one nonetheless. Loads of clubs are out there now dipping their toe in the transfer market, and we have to move ruthlessly and quickly. We need to bring in a defensive midfielder, and the good news is Fabrizio Romano has said there have been numerous contacts between Liverpool and the agent, not the club now, the agent of Ederson from Atalanta. Whether that transforms into a bid or not, I don't know. We've had loads of reports from Tuto Atalanta to say they expect a bid from Liverpool, but none yet have been forthcoming. I hope that this leads us to at least show that we have intention to sign somebody in that position. Ederson is my own personal choice, but of course I'm open to suggestions from you guys about who you'd like. Mats Wiefer is another name that's been linked. With regards to centre-backs, I think Geertruida is going to PSG by all accounts, so he's another utility player that can play centre-back, right-back, left-back. That, again, will look like we're losing out on. We're starting to run out of options here. And I know there are lots of players, and sometimes we're linked with players and we have no intention of signing them, but it is still alarming that we're slow to get going in a very condensed window with a new manager and some money freed up in the wage book. I don't see why we are where we are, but I hope we've got some positive updates to come soon. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who do you think we should be going after? Do you feel like we've missed the boat here by not getting Calafiori? I know last year when I look back, I certainly felt like Van de Ven was one that got away. Maybe this summer it's going to be Calafiori. I don't know. But I do know I'm getting a bit nervous, and I hope that we start to act soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate your thoughts as always. I'll be back tonight at 8:30 for another live stream. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.